Hey YouTube, how's it going? Wanted to make my first video showing you a deck I created a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. I was looking up some different ideas for new decks, and one of the things that came about was the Disaster Dragon. And as I did my research, I was like, wow, this is a really cool deck. I really need to make my own. I spent a couple days, nearly about a week, just thinking about it, figuring out a whole bunch of different strategies people use and ideas, and I was so excited when I was finally able to get some new cards and actually put together a Disaster Dragon deck. Ran it a couple times, worked out pretty well, so I'm really excited. But hey, I'm always looking forward to getting some ideas about it, what I can edit, adjust, and how to make it better. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Do know though, I'm on a budget, so I'm trying not to spend so much money. So let's get to it. First off, of course, with Disaster Dragon, you need to run a Red Ice Darkness Metal. So right now I have run one. I have an additional one that one of my friends traded me. It's in my side deck right now, so I'm still looking at revamping this and maybe adding an additional one into the deck. But for now, I'm only running one. One White Knight Dragon and one Tyrant Dragon. Both of these just for powerhouse, get some strength behind it, and also some pretty good effects if you can like run them on the board. Right now I have 3 Kuoki Muriel Dragos. Pretty cool cards. I was a little unsure if I really run these because I really run a lot of light and dark decks, and so this kind of threw me off. But I've been running it, and I think I like it pretty so far. But I need to do some more investment with it, see what happens. Next thing I run is 3 Keep of the Shrines. Oh, there we go. Just because these 3, try and get out my Tyrant Dragon, White Knight Dragon, and Red Eyes. These can be very helpful cards, being dragons, so it helps me get them out and get some power. Also good defense if I need that to block off for a first turn until I can get Red Eyes Darkness out. Pretty good. Right now I only have 2 Masked Dragons. I know some people talk about running 3, but at the moment I only have the 2. So I'm going with them. Pretty good, useful cards. 1 Exploded Dragon, Divine Dragon, Apocalypse, 1 Red Eyes Wyvern, and 1 Lusted Dragon. Just some extra backup cards, especially for some XZ summon. These are very useful. An Exploded Dragon, really useful getting rid of some of my opponent's tough cards. So I really liked it. For the tuners, I do run some Synchro cards. I have 1 Delta Flyer, 1 Dread Dragon, and 1 Magna Drago. I had a couple of these, so I thought I'd run one of these just because unfortunately I was unable to get another Delta Flyer. So if someone has one, willing to trade, hey, let's make it happen, because I think 2 would really help me with my synchros. But Dread Dragon's kind of helpful and useful for this, being level 2, so gives me a little bit more possibility with some of the synchros. So those are all the monster cards. For my spells, I'm running 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Helps me just get rid of my opponent's back row and deal with them. At the moment, running 2 Dragon Shrines. Kind of useful getting out Red Eyes Darkness and bringing them back with some of my traps or some other cards that I can use Red Eyes effect for. So very useful cards. Right now I'm running 2 Gold Sarcophagus. Reason why? Well, because I have 1 Pot of Duality, only 1, and they're pretty expensive. So I'm running these 2 to help me get out some cards. I am trading, waiting for a Pot of Duality, so when I get that one, I'm going to take out one of my Gold Sarcophagus, so I can run 2 of these. It helps me get some of my combos quicker. For the last ones, 1 Book of Moon to switch off Quirky, or stop some opponent monster attacks. 1 Lightning Vortex, Fool's Burial, just get rid of some cards in my hand, deal with some of my opponent's monsters, depending on what they're doing. For the traps, I have 2 Called Haunted. I've actually brought back my Red Eyes Darkness a couple times with this, so it's really been useful and helpful with it. 2 Memory Losses. Just trying to deal with my opponent's special monsters with effects. Trying to stop them because some of the new Synchro and Pendulum monsters can be a hassle to deal with, so this can be pretty useful. 2-Dimensional Prisons. Just getting rid of some of my opponent's monsters, getting them out of the graveyard and unable for them to use. And then 2 Mirror Forces. Well, self-explanatory, I believe. For the last traps, I used 1 Scrap Iron Scarecrow, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Solemn Warning. some useful cards. Use this like once, twice. Being able to stop some opponents helps. So pretty good. Yeah. So those are all the main deck. I do have some of the side deck cards. Like I said, one Red Eyes Darkness, Prime Material Dragon, another Divine Dragon Apocalypse, Dodger Dragon, and then 2 Schwarzschild Limit Dragons. And just see how they are. If I really looking into it, if I want to do some more Xyz cards, summoning, I can use these 2. I haven't put them in the deck yet. I haven't run these cards, but I'm thinking, they could be useful monster cards where I can get into. One, the Monarch Stormforth, just help me tribute something like my stronger monsters, and if I use the Schwarzschild, it can really help with getting rid of some of my opponent's monsters. I have a Solemn Judgment in here. Haven't used it, needed it yet, so I just have it just as a backup, and just as well as another Scrap Iron Scarecrow. We're gonna see once I get some more duels in, see how these cards will work, and then 2 Phoenix Chains, because you never know when you're gonna need to stop some monster effects. So that's the side deck, everybody. Let's get to the meat and butter of the whole thing. What I believe is my extra deck. I really love doing a whole bunch of synchros, XZ summoning. So I'm really excited for these cards. I got these cards, bought them, paid some money. I'm like, you know what, these cards are really cool and they're really gonna help out this deck. So I'm very excited. First one, Samsara Dragon Rebirth, basically a Monster Reborn monster card. 2600 defense. It helps build up some of your defense with some of your opponent's monsters. One Armades, Keeper of the Boundaries. Sorry. Good monster just to help back up. If this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent cannot activate card effects until the end of the damage step, so you can get them out, and your opponents, have kind of weak monsters. Helps you at least get some good coverage at first. One Red Wyvern, very, very cool card. As the first edition, really excited about it. The main thing about this whole deck, it's trying to stay away from a whole bunch of light and dark monsters, kind of like Armades and some of my other cards. So I'm really, it's really cool. I'm really excited that Red Wyvern is a fire type, so it really helps with it. One Iron Chain Dragon, I've actually used this a couple times. Helps get rid of my opponent's cards and send it to the graveyard. It's also level 6, 2500, so it's pretty decent. Explode Dragon Wing, pretty cool monster I've used a couple times. Really great effect. Helps with stopping my opponents. 2 cards I really love, really like. I don't use as much yet as Black Rose Dragon. I really like it. It's just I never had a deck for it now, but now I do. Woo! Card's awesome. And my favorite, one of my top favorite cards. Oh my goodness! And I'm sorry for anyone that ever really wants one, can't get one, asking me. I won't do it. Stardust Dragon, my favorite. One of my favorite monsters, just great effect. Got it in the 10 limited edition. Just awesome card, and I love that it's a win, so it works great with the deck. And then of course a Trident Dragon, really helpful, level 10 monster, being able to destroy 2 of your cards but getting the extra attack and being a 3000 beat stick monster. Can't beat that. Alright, so those are the synchro cards. Now for the XZ monsters, one number 17 Leviathan Dragon. I've used this effect a couple of times. Really helpful, really useful. I really like it. Galaxy Stealth Dragon. He is a dark monster, but he can be useful when I need him to, with the 2000 attack. And being able to special summon a dragon monster from my hand, so he can be useful if I don't have a Red Eyes Darkness on my field. Kachi Kochi Dragon. When this card destroys an opponent's monster with battle, send it to the graveyard. You can attach 1 XZ, so you can attack again. So it's an Earth. Level 4, 2100 attack, so it could be really useful helping you get to your opponent's monsters, get them out of the way, or just beam them down. Another great card, kind of had to spend some money on, but I really like it. Queen Dragon Dijin. Sorry if I misspelled it or I mispronounced it. But really cool card, being able to protect your dragons. You don't know what its effect. I really highly suggest you look it up. It's pretty cool. Really helpful for this type of deck. One Dark Rebellion XZ Dragon, really awesome card, so I'm really happy to have it. It's another dark monster, so kind of hard to summon with this deck, depending if you have Kuroki out, but it's going to be a useful monster. And then last but not least, Thunder End Dragon, level 3000, sorry, not level, 3000 attack, so it's a really cool card, being able to destroy all monsters on the field and giving you some advantage on attacking, so if you have some good back row, can be very useful. That's why Tyrant Dragon and White Knight Dragon level 8, so it helps you summon him out. Like I said, this is my Disaster Dragon deck. I'm not entirely 100% this is the cards I'm going to be using, but I'm still adjusting it, trying to figure out my strategies, what I like best. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Like this video, put some, like I said, comments at the bottom in the comment section. Give me some ideas. So thank you very much for watching.